Hello everyone. This is a response to Joanie's video asking us 3 questions. Her first question was, what did you want to be when you were a child? I always wanted to be a teacher. And I wanted to go to a state university near where I lived. And every Saturday my father had to go to this town where the university is located. He was a salesman and he had to cash in, take all his receipts and money from that week. So when we would drive by the university, I said to him, I'm going to go there someday and become a teacher. He said, oh, that's a fine idea. And I did do it. I did go to that university and I studied to be an English teacher, high school. But I got into student teaching and I did not like it at all. I did not like dealing with the students. So because I had worked my way through college in a law office, being a legal secretary at that time, I decided, well, will it be teenagers or lawyers that I put up with? And I decided I would rather be with the lawyers than the rest is history, as you know. The second question that she asked us was, what was a significant discovery during your lifetime? I think the most significant discovery was Jonas Salk and his polio vaccine. That really stopped polio in its tracks. And I remember when I was in grade school, there were a set of twins. They were 2 years older than I was, and they both had polio. And it was an awful disease. These girls could hardly walk. They had braces on their feet and arms, and I remember during fire drills, the janitors had to carry them out because they just weren't fast enough to move. And they were the sweetest girls, but they were really ostracized because of their polio. So that was very close to me, and that's why I'm choosing that. And the second one, I think, is the television. Television brought in a lot of things that we had never had before because it was just radio up until then. And we had a big black and white set. And my brother and I liked to watch the Mickey Mouse Club every day at 4 o'clock. So I would tell him it was getting close to 4 o'clock. He'd run and get our hats with the ears on them so we could watch Mickey Mouse. And I turned the television on. Now, in those days, you had to wait for the television to warm up. There were tubes in the television. Once it warmed up, then you got, I forget what it was now, a test screen, that's right. And so he and I would sit there and watch the test screen until it was 4 o'clock. Test screen would fade away, and the Mickey Mouse Club came on. Her third question was about our grandparents. My mother's parents were elderly, and they died when I was in 2nd grade. My mother's mother had her when she was 41. So I didn't really get to know them very well at all. I do remember going to their house. They lived on one of the Finger Lakes, and we would swim in the Finger Lake, and it was very nice. It was very clear water at that time, and big rocks at the bottom, so you had to be careful not to stub your toe. And my father's parents were younger, and they lived until I was 33. And I got along with them very well. My grandmother and my sister and I were like the 3 Musketeers. And she was great. She was an art teacher, and she always had little projects for us to do, whether drawing, mosaic tile projects, making a hot pad for our mother, or painting, or some little things she'd have us do. And she made these big Sunday dinners. We'd go there every Sunday after church and have dinner. And then in the evening she'd have tea, which consisted of little sandwiches and biscuits and scones and jam and jelly, cheeses, and crudités, a pickle tray and a vegetable tray. And it was very nice. They came from Dundee, Scotland, and we had some good British food there, not like what you hear made fun of on the TV set. There is some good stuff, and then there's some disgusting stuff too. But yeah, I miss my grandmother very much. She was a a lot of fun, and a real Renaissance woman. I think that's where I get a lot of my spark and fire from her. She was a very nice person, but she didn't suffer fools easily. So that's the answer to my answer to your video, Joanie, and I hope you got the information you wanted. And thank you everyone else for watching. Bye-bye.